the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors.
And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So here come the Patriots now on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Pickett. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Pickett.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pickett back to throw.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Pickett.
He's going deep for Brown. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Zimmerman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jamison Williams.
56 yards.
And the Seahawks put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll lead it in 3 plays on that drive.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Slant pass to Boyd. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the gut.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
From the 39,
Pickett.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Now Pickett on 4th down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Algier now up the middle.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Now Pickett.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 2nd and 5. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Yeah, boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they certainly look good so far.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. He's got it to Williams.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
New England trying to get a place on offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Pickett.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And he comes back with one complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They keep it with Henry on 1st down.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
2nd and 9 now. He finds his man complete. That's Bates.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his man, Thornton.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They run on 1st down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Up the middle they go. Zimmerman.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Zimmerman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Henry up the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a...
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bates.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Zimmerman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll look to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bates. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Henry diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is now 24. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Pickett.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll run for it with Algier.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, It's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10. It's Pickett again. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
He gets this one to Boyd.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 42 yards out.
Zerline's kick is up and through.
And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The partner's still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
11 yards there, just like last play.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down. And able to get this to the 31.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give right side. Zimmerman.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! From 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1.
Now Bush on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
1st down, they'll start with Algier.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Algier with another carry.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Throwing on 1st down. Knight. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And he'll fight scrimmage, but that's all.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson.
Slant route, and he finds Thornton.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Spiller.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Patriots take over.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Algier going straight ahead. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Knight. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
On the give, it's Algier.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half. And that trend is continuing here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? you just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On the counter, it's Spiller.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Again, they run it with Spiller.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. To throw is Wilson.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Following the fumble recovery, Knight. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw on 2nd down, Knight. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Knight. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Knight firing quickly here, and that's complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Back to throw. Knight. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here we go. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Seahawks have recovered.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Talk about two sides of the ball cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense. With the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they love this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game, and this one won by his side of the ball. They played so well, surprised he didn't get his 2nd sack earlier.
He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They keep it on the ground with Spiller.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.